Hello dear students, I hope you are doing well and safe at home. So this is our last video of continuity and differentiability. So I hope you have watched all the previous videos and have the concept of the first order derivatives and all the functions that we have discussed till now. So in this video we are going to discuss about second order derivative. So what is that? Suppose this function f of x, y is equal to f of x, is differentiable at a point x, then how shall we write it? We should write dy by dx or ddx of y is equal to f dash x, isn't it? So this is called the first derivative at the point x. Now, if this function, if this one can be differentiated again at the same point, then that will be called the second derivative. So if I have y is equal to fx, then dy by dx will give us f dash x, and if I want to do the second derivative, that means if I want to differentiate this again, so with respect to x, so this is our operator, here we shall write dy by dx will give us f double dash x. Okay, now what is this? This can be written as d square y by dx square. So both are same. That means the second order derivative is represented like d square y by dx square, or sometimes we denote it by f2, sometimes we denote it by f double dash, sometimes by y2. Okay, so these are the representation of second order derivative. So it's actually very easy. Just when whatever function is given, we have done the first derivative throughout the chapter. So if we are able to take the derivative again of that particular result, then we shall get the second derivative. Let us see. So from exercise 5.7, let us see a question. Suppose question number 2. Here it is given x to the power 20. Now let y is equal to x to the power 20. Then what will be the first derivative? It will be dy by dx. That will be ddx of x to the power 20, and that will be equal to 20 x to the power 20 minus 1, that is 19, isn't it? Because we know that derivative of x to the power n is nx x to the power n minus 1. Now this is our first derivative. So what about the second derivative? That is d square y by dx square. That will be equal to ddx of y. That means we have to take the derivative of this again. So this means ddx of 20 x to the power 19. So this will give us, we have the constant out. So bring the 19 here again. So 20 into 19 x to the power 19 minus 180. So this is the result of our second derivative. Fine. So next we have question number 12. Here the function given is y is equal to cos inverse x. So we need to find the second derivative of y in terms of y alone. That means the last answer that will come, it will be in terms of y. Okay. Now let us see. Here y is equal to cos inverse x. Therefore dy by dx will be, we know the formula, that is minus 1 by root over 1 minus x squared, isn't it? That is the derivative of cos inverse x. Therefore d square y by dx squared. So what is that? This is ddx of this, that is dy by dx, that is 1 minus x squared. Now if I take the derivative of this is a quotient function, isn't it? Let's write the minus 1 here. Is a quotient function, that is a by b. So in such a case, how to do? At first, we need to take the square of the denominator, that is 1 minus x squared whole square. So the second function will come here up, 1 minus x squared into ddx of first function, that is minus 1, minus first function into ddx of second function. So what is the second function? It is root over 1 minus x square. Fine. Now that is equal to, here I can see that I can cancel out the square and the root, so it will be 1 minus x square in the denominator, and the numerator, this minus 1 is a constant, isn't it? So this whole term will be 0. So no need to write this, and here negative will be positive, so this will omit, that means I don't need to write the 1 here. And what about this term, ddx of root x? So it will be 1 by 2 root x. X means 1 minus x square. But is it the x inside? Is it the x? No, it is not the x, isn't it? So I need to differentiate it again. Fine. Now that is equal to, I can bring the 2 down here, and 1 minus x square into 1 minus x square in the denominator, and in the numerator we shall have, if I differentiate it, ddx of 1 will be 0 and ddx of minus x square will be minus twice x, and earlier we had a 1 multiplied by it, so I am just omitting that part. Yeah. Now I can cancel out the 2's, and at the very end I shall have minus x divided by root over 1 minus x square whole cube. Fine. So I am remaining with this. Now in the given question we had y is equal to cos inverse x. Now this can be written as x is equal to cos y. Yeah, this can be written as x equal to cos y, isn't it? So using this value here, if I write here equation 1, therefore equation 1 implies d square y by dx square is equal to, in place of x, just write cos y. So here it will be root over 1 minus, in place of x it will be cos y, that is cos square y with a cube. So this will give us 1 minus cos square y is sin square y. Sin square y inside the root with the cube. So I can cancel out the square and the root. So this will give us, that is y, cos y by sin cube y. Fine. Now that is equal to minus of cos y by, I can keep sin y here, and I can take the other sin square y here. So this will be minus cot y into cosec square y. So we have expressed the second derivative in terms of y. Fine. Now let us see question number 13. Here it is given y is equal to 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. So we need to show that x square y2 means the second derivative, it plus x y1 is the first derivative, plus y is equal to 0. Let us see, here given y is equal to 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. Now what will be the derivative? So this will be this y by dx, I can write it as y1, and same thing. So this will be equal to, here bring the 3 out, so consider the log x. So just take the derivative of cos of log x plus 4, take the derivative of sine of log x. Fine. Now what is this? Here consider the log x as x. So ddx of cos x will be minus sine log x. So put it under bracket. Now this log x is not exactly the x, isn't it? So we need to differentiate it again. That is ddx of log x plus, at the 4 here. Now ddx of sine of log x will be, consider this as x, so it will be cos of log x. Again log x is not the x itself, so write ddx of log x in it. This will give us minus 3 sine of log x into ddx of log x will be 1 by x plus 4 cos of log x, and ddx of log x will give us 1 by x. So from there I can take 1 by x common, and what I should do is that if I write y1 here, y1, I can take both the x, after taking common the x 1 by x, I can bring it in the left hand side, cross multiplied. So I shall have x y1 is equal to minus 3 sine of log x plus 4 cos log x. Fine. So give this one equation 1, that is the question, and give this as equation 2. This should work. This is equation 1. Now, what we need to find? We need to find the second derivative, that is, we need to find y2. Again, differentiating with respect to x. So, if I differentiate this, that is, I shall have ddx of xy1 is equal to ddx of minus 3 sine log x plus 4 cos log x, isn't it? And this will give us, that is a product function. So first function into ddx of second function, that is y1, plus second function into ddx of first function, that is x. And here this it is ddx of a plus b, so we can do it separately, that is ddx of a plus ddx of b. So write the constant here, minus 3 is the constant. Now take the derivative of this sine of log x. So this will be ddx of sine of log x plus, here we have minus 4 into ddx of cos of log x. This gives us x t y1. Okay. Here y1 is the first derivative. So if I take the derivative of y1 with respect to x, we shall get the second derivative. So that will be y2. And here we shall have y1, and ddx of x will be 1. It will be 1. So we shall have minus 3 here. Now ddx of sin x is cos x. So what is our x? It is actually log x. But log x is not the x, isn't it? So we need to differentiate it again. That is ddx of log x. Okay, we can write it directly also. It's fine. It is 1 by x plus 4, and here we shall have minus sine of log x into 1 by x. Yeah. That will be equal to minus 3. I can take a negative common from here, or I can take a negative 1 by x common. So I shall have 3 cos log x plus 4 sine log x. Fine. I have taken the negative and the 1 by x common. So in the last line, what I can write, I can take the x that side, and I can cross multiply, so it will be x squared y2 plus x y1 is equal to, what is this? 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. You can see this is same as the y. So I can write this is equal to minus y. I can write from 1. Fine. And that will give us x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. So we have proved whatever it was given in the question. So now let us say question number 17. Here it is given y is equal to tan inverse x whole square. Show that x square plus 1 whole square y2 plus twice x square plus 1 y1 is equal to 2. So here y is equal to tan inverse of x whole square. Now we need to take the first derivative of that. So that will be equal to y1. y1 means dy by dx. So that will be equal to ddx of tan inverse x whole square consider this tan inverse x as the x. So what is ddx of x squared? Ddx of x squared is twice x. So in our case it will be twice tan inverse x. Now this tan inverse x is not the x, so we need to differentiate it again. So we shall have ddx of tan inverse x, and that is equal to tan inverse x, and ddx of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x squared. Fine. Now this gives us twice tan inverse x divided by 1 plus x squared. So I can write here, if I cross multiply the 1 minus x squared in the left hand side, so I shall have 1 plus x squared into y1, that is equal to twice tan inverse x. Now, again differentiating with respect to x, we get, so differentiate the whole thing with respect to x. Now just let me write it once. ddx of 1 plus x squared into y1 is equal to ddx of twice tan inverse x. So this will act as a product function here. That means we need to write the first function first. So first function into ddx of second function, that is y1, plus second function into ddx of first function, that is 1 plus x squared. And in the right hand side you can see that this 2 is a constant, so just bring the constant first, and ddx of tan inverse x will give us 1 by 1 plus x squared. Now this gives us 1 by 1 plus 1 plus x squared, and ddx of y1 means the derivative of the first derivative, so this will give us y2 plus y1, and differentiate 1 plus x squared, so ddx of 1 will be 0 and ddx of x squared will be twice x. So I can write here twice x is equal to 2 into 2 by 1 plus x squared. Now just cross multiply the 1 plus x squared throughout, so I shall have 1 plus x squared whole squared y2 plus 2 into x into 1 plus x squared y1, and that is equal to 2. So it matches with the given question, so hence proved. So these two are done. So that will be the end of our exercise 5.7, and I have done several problems in the PDF including the miscellaneous ones. So please go through all the problems from the exercise, examples as well as the worksheets that I will give you, and try to solve them all. And remember that calculus is one of the most important part of your grade 12 mathematics, and also if you are going to do engineering and all, so this will really matter. Okay, so be serious about this chapter, and try as much as possible. If you want to use the reference books, I think it's available in the library, so just have a look from there, and also you can buy it online. So practice as much as possible the calculus. So okay, so that will be the end of this chapter as also, and if you have any doubt, please contact me, and I hope you will do all the problems properly. Until then, stay home and stay safe. Thank you.